Hey guys, I'm Thomas from the Barber Style Directory. I'm a licensed barber and instructor, and this, well actually, all of this is the Switch 1.0, a new innovative clipper system developed by the company that I helped co-found, DueTT. If you're here for the first time, I've spent the last 7 years helping barbers and self-groomers around the world learn how to cut hair. And since the beginning of my barber journey, I've had to deal with frustration from my tools not performing the way I needed them to. And instead of waiting around for the clipper companies to release the same clipper again in a new color and fancy box, something had to be done. Sometimes it's the smallest sparks that light up the biggest ideas. And my spark was frustration. A frustration not just experienced by me, but by barbers everywhere. A frustration that challenged me to be the change that I wanted to see. To develop a solution that would allow barbers to stop accepting the status quo of underperforming tools. When your clippers fail, it's not just the tools, it's your craft, your reputation on the line. Overheating clippers, dying batteries, and wasted time. The tools that we barbers rely on to build our craft have also been holding us back. The same machines repackaged in fancier boxes and different colors, telling us that it's innovation. The wool has been pulled over our eyes for way too long. Having your tools fail at the worst possible moment, as barbers, it's the one thing we dread. Feeling forced to use 4 or 5 different clippers just to get that perfect cut, it's been a frustration that barbers have been forced to deal with for years, but not for much longer. What started as a frustration soon turned into a mission to create something better. My best friend and I set out on a journey that would lead us to work with dozens of engineers and raise nearly $1 million to start our own clipper company. Let me take you back to my freshman year at Mississippi State. I'm from DeKalb, Mississippi, a small town with just 64 people in my graduating class. Stepping onto a campus of over 22,000 students, yeah, a total culture shock. College life, it was an adjustment. Engineering classes were harder than I expected, and aside from that, I was looking for a way to make extra money. So I did what I knew. I started cutting hair. I've always been fascinated by how a barber could transform someone. And I'm not just talking about their look, but their overall confidence. My older brother is a barber, and he taught me the basics. So I practiced on my younger brother whenever I could. And by the time I hit campus, I was ready. But here's the twist. The clippers I bought kept overheating. My clients would feel the heat from the blades, and I felt the heat in my hands. I was wasting time waiting for them to cool down, swapping out tools mid-haircut. I had to buy multiple sets just to keep up. And every dollar I initially made went right back into buying more of the same clippers. It felt like no matter what I did, my tools were just holding me back. And I knew other barbers had to be dealing with this too. But no one was doing anything about it. That frustration led me to ask one simple question. Why are we, as barbers, forced to accept subpar tools? And that's when it clicked. What if we designed our own clipper? A clipper that never overheats, one that's designed for barbers.
When Thomas came to me with the idea, it just clicked. We met in the engineering camp right before our first semester, and with our dorms being side by side, we were pretty much inseparable from that point. We both came from engineering backgrounds, but what we really shared was a drive to build something real, something that mattered. Starting DueTT wasn't just about making a product. It was about tackling a problem that had been ignored for too long. We saw that the barbering community constantly was overlooked by the big clipper companies, and we thought, why sit around waiting for them to make the change? Why couldn't we be the ones to create the change ourselves? It became about more than just creating a tool. We were giving barbers something they deserve, something better than what's out there, something that truly understands their needs. Barbers deserve to feel empowered, not like an afterthought. So for us, DueTT isn't just a business. It's about stepping up, redefining what's possible, and bringing real value to a community that deserves it.
But let me tell you, turning an idea into a reality is no small task. We were broke college students with big dreams and empty pockets. We knew we had a solid idea, but we needed the capital to make it real. We realized we had to prove it, so I hit the ground running. I visited barbershops all over my college town, And every shop I went to, it was the same scenario. Overheating clippers and workstations cluttered with too many tools. We created surveys, collected data, and showed investors that this wasn't just a niche problem, but this was a market-wide issue. It's crazy how things work out because we were able to secure an office building that used to be an old barber shop. But that's not even the best part. We were right next door to a barber shop. What are the odds? Not only did we have a place to work, but we could also test our product with our target market by walking 25 feet to the building next door. And you can bet that we took advantage of this. We built and tested prototype after prototype. It was a constant process of getting barbers to test the prototypes and then working with our design team and engineers to incorporate this feedback. We took our time focusing on the small details in an effort to build a product that would be the solution to barbers' needs. As we were going through the process of building a completely new clipper, we realized that it was about so much more than just developing new technology and selling clippers. It was about crafting a legacy that mattered to us and the community that we love. Simply put, barbers deserve better. And that became the guiding light that determined the direction of our company going forward. The Switch is the culmination of 7 long years of working with our team of engineers and design firm. We emphasized that we didn't want to just make another run-of-the-mill clipper. We wanted to design a tool that was made to work with barbers, not against them. No more needing 5 or 6 different clippers and trimmers at your workstation. One tool designed to enhance the barber's workflow. And together, we built DueTT, not just to innovate, but to inspire others in our community, and most importantly, empower barbers. Every challenge and every victory brought us one step closer to our dream. And if you're a barber, I've been where you are, standing behind the chair, trying to make every haircut perfect while fumbling through different tools just to get the job done. That's why I'm so passionate about what we're doing with DueTT. And now, here I am, ready to cut with a product that I helped design from the ground up. By now, you're likely thinking, yeah, this is a new product and all, but what really makes the Switch different from other clippers and trimmers on the market? Does it really make me more efficient? And does it actually solve the problems that barbers have been dealing with for decades? With our patent-pending cooling system, an onboard computer constantly monitors the temperature of the motor and the blades using a sensor that's on all of our attachments. One of the biggest phases of development with this cooling technology was verifying with our engineering team and design firm that this could actually prevent the motor and blades from overheating while using them all day continuously. We made multiple part revisions, changed materials, ran the motors for hours, redesigned the ventilation system, and finally, after what seemed like forever, we developed what we now coin as our autonomous temperature regulation system. Now, what truly makes the Switch different from any other clipper or trimmer that's on the market, the cooling system is programmed to cycle on and off regardless if the device is running or not. It's constantly monitoring the temperature of the motor and blades to prevent it from overheating. When an increase in temperature is detected, the computer sends a signal to pull in more air through the vents and cycle it throughout the device, cooling the motor and the blades. And that's why you're able to use it all day long without having to switch to another device. Let me just show you the difference.
Normally, barbers will go through haircuts, fumbling through a variation of different tools trying to get the job done. Swapping back and forth while having to keep track if batteries are getting low or if the clippers are getting too hot. A struggle that many barbers know all too well. But good news, the Switch levels up your barber game with our attachment system. You have the option to build your arsenal with the attachments you need. Simply pop them on and off by squeezing the 2 buttons on the power base. And you also have the ability to toggle between speeds. Whether you need more power to tackle those thicker, dense hair textures and cut down bulk, or whether you want a lower speed to detail and finesse those blends, the Switch has you covered with both. And to get those sharp necklines and crispy edge ups, simply pop on the trimmer attachment.
As you can see, this isn't just another 2-in-1 clipper or a detachable blade spinoff. Why have a cluttered workstation full of 5 or 6 different clippers and trimmers, cords, and charging stations when you can have a clipper with a click lever, floating lever, fade blade, taper blade, balding blade, different trimmer blades, all in one? The Switch adapts to your style, letting you customize your arsenal, combining all of those tools into one system. We're not just launching a product, we're starting a movement to finally give barbers the tools they deserve. And we didn't just name our device the Switch because of its functionality, but also because of the switch in direction that we're about to cause in the barber industry.
A switch in the way barbers' needs have been ignored. A switch in how barber tools should and will be designed going forward. A switch to finally empower barbers. Are you ready to experience the future of barbering? If so, take action now. Head over to DueTTechnology.com and pre-order the Switch 1.0. And to stay in the loop for all official updates and announcements, make sure that you're following the official Duet Technology Instagram page. This video is just the beginning. The future of barbering is here. Be a part of that future by going to DueTTechnology.com, where we're not just cutting hair, we're crafting the future.